This can be a, I mean, this is coming from personal experience too. A lot of entrepreneurs say their personal life is always suffering because they're so much focused on the business part of it. What is your advice to balance the personal life and the entrepreneur, like the professional life, and how do you give time to your spouse, your kids when you're doing that? Like, how do you do that? How do you balance it?
That's a hard one because sometimes business can kind of take you away from your family. What I did, which was, I don't know if it was a good idea or not, but when my kids were little, what I did is I volunteered to get involved in youth sports and coach. So I coached little league baseball teams for both of my sons all the way through. That was enormously time consuming for me. Because you have to be there for the games. You got to go over there for practice and you got to show up. And, there's stuff games on Saturday and weeknight games. It was the best thing I ever did because it gave me a lot of time with my children at a very important age. It allowed my children's friends to see me in a different light, a parent to one of their friends in kind of a cool light, like, oh, I would take them out to the diner and we would have fun. Um, and then, if necessary, I would just stay up really late at night after the kids went to bed to get invoicing done, to get work done during hours that didn't disrupt. There's a discipline to being, I think, balanced in life, and that takes a while to kind of learn that. To kind of take the time to step away. I'm very driven, and I'm a New Yorker, fast moving, wanting to kind of do everything in a second. But you do have to slow down sometimes for the sake of your family, because otherwise you miss all these opportunities. And I'm very, very thankful I didn't make that mistake. I know a lot of people do, but I wasn't one of them.
Sometimes even I'm guilty of that, because I work for a startup. It's not startup anymore. It got bought out, but I used to work a lot, and my personal life used to suffer a lot. And I think one of my eye-opening moment was when I was listening to Matthew. I read Matthew McConaughey's book Green Lights,
Yeah, I read
amazing
that
book.
too. It was a good book.
Yeah,
Yeah.
phenomenal book. And then one of the interviews he talks about, I've started journaling too. One of the interviews he talks about, have a journal where you have like five components of your life: professional, personal, friendship, social, like all these things, and make sure you have a debit and credit. So if you see one going too much towards credit, then you have to give more time for it. That's how you balance out. So that kind of opened my mind towards it, and I try to follow that in my journal, like, just make sure like I'm balancing out everything.
Yeah, I love that idea. That was a really good book. I love the chapter about when he went to Australia to study
Oh yeah.
abroad. That was
Yeah.
fantastic. Yeah.
It's amazing how he tells, like, how he mentions, "Oh, this is the city. This is it. You
Yeah,
need
yeah, they
even
kept
like."
going, they kept going. Yeah, it was really funny.